Bonjour tout le monde and welcome into my kitchen, the Gay Gourmand here. And today we're making one of those desserts that is perfect for entertaining. It looks picturesque. We are making a gâteau de riz, or what you can call a rice cake. You have the component of your rice, and then on top you have homemade caramel. And the best part is it doesn't take that long to make. You can even make it the day before if you're entertaining to save some time. Now just a few things to consider before we get started is the type of container you want to use to make this gâteau de riz. Right over here I have two different containers that I'm going to be using. This one has a straight side with a flat circle bottom, and this one has a smaller circle bottom with more of a spherical side. Essentially what you'll be doing is making it in your container, chilling it, and then flipping it over and putting it on a nice little plate. So you need to consider first and foremost what kind of shape you're looking for. What are you looking to achieve? I'll be making it in both containers so we can take a look at how that looks at the end, and hopefully that will help you decide how you want to serve it. So let's get started. To start the process, I have 7 ounces of rice that I rinsed under cold water just to remove the excess starch. That way it's not all sticky towards the end when you're making this dessert. And I'm going to move rice that's been strained into a pot. Next step is to pour warm water, just enough to cover the rice. Put your burner on high and let boil for about anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. Got boiling water, so now I'm going to take it off burner and rinse it under cold water to stop the cooking. Okay, I've got my strained rice in a bowl that I'm going to put off to the side. I have 4 cups of whole milk. You can use almond, 1-2%, or whole. I like whole milk because it's the only time that I really get whole milk is in my desserts because I like the extra fat. It just tastes better. Now I've got the 4 cups of milk here, but I also need to grab a vanilla bean pod. All right, so I've got my vanilla bean here. I'm going to split lengthwise. And I'm doing this on a plate so you can see what it looks like with the white background. And if you've never seen what these look like, let's see if I can get a closer shot for you. And I'm going to scrape out the inner parts. Now that is pure, oh my gosh, pure vanilla. All right, now that I went ahead and scraped my vanilla bean, I'm going to add it to the milk. And let's go ahead and boil the milk. While I'm waiting for the milk to boil, I've got 2 eggs, 3/4 cup of caster sugar, and then heavy cream. The heavy cream I'm using 3 tablespoons and a teaspoon. I'm just gonna put those in a separate bowl and whisk this together. And once the milk starts to boil, I'm going to remove the vanilla bean. Okay, I'm going to remove that vanilla bean from the burner down to just slightly below half. And I'm going to add the rice, give it a good stir, and then you'll let it simmer on low for 30 minutes. I just went ahead and put the rice mixture in the containers. This makes anywhere from 6 to 8. I'm just showing you with 2 containers, 2 different containers, what they can look like. But now we need to prepare our water bath, which if you've seen in previous recipes is just kind of like a casserole sized dish with water that at least reaches halfway of the container. Now I'm gonna add the hot water halfway up the container and put in the oven on 350 for 30 minutes. See you back in 30. Okay, 30 minutes later. Oof. They look delicious. I'm gonna let these chill and then I'm going to put them in the fridge after about 20 minutes or so. I'm gonna transfer them to a plate and then put them in the fridge after they've had a chance to cool down before we serve. Okay, to start making your caramel, grab some type of saucepan or something with a thick bottom and a lid. I don't have the burner turned on yet, but I'm going to add 1/2 cup of water and 1 3/4 cup of sugar. Go ahead and stir the sugar and the water together. Now put your burner on to low heat and put your lid on. We'll come back in about 3-4 minutes to make sure that the sugar has been dissolved. All right, for me, it's been about 6 minutes and I can see all that sugar has dissolved. At this point, this is very, very important. You want to stop stirring and put your burner on medium. Now, if you've ever made caramel before, you know about crystallization. And if you haven't, this is also very important. While that is getting to a slow boil, I've got a pastry brush here that I've dipped in water, ready to go to scrape the sides of any type of sugar spatters, because that could form crystallization with the caramel. And basically, crystallization is when the caramel hardens up and it's basically useless. So I'm going to just let the sugar water do its thing until it starts to bubble up into an amber color. Now in preparation for once the sugar water turns an amber color, I've got my cream, my heavy cream ready to go. So this is gonna go fast. Essentially, once it turns amber, I'm gonna move it off into the burner that's off, remove it from any type of heat. I'll pour half in. It will bubble up a lot, that's okay. Add in half. Stir it in. Okay, now grab the rest and stir it in. And add 3 tablespoons of butter. Once the butter is melted, pour into a heat-proof bowl and just let it sit for 30 minutes. Okay, so I've got my caramel that's been chilled for about 30 minutes just sitting out. I'm just gonna pour in a little vanilla extract, mix that in. So that's mixed in. I'm gonna cover it up and put it in the fridge for about an hour and a half. I really want it to thicken up. All right, so it's a little later in the day. I have been so busy, but I wanted to show you what the caramel looks like. It's nice and thick. It really looks like store-bought caramel, but oh my gosh, the difference is incredible. And full disclosure, I have had a few of these today already to see what presentation I wanted it to look like. I've had like I've had like 1.5. But it's worth it. So there's my dessert, and I'm going to invert it and put it on a plate. And what I'll do is just grab a toothpick and go around the edges. Okay, and what I've been doing is just kind of wiggling it out. A nice dome shape. Now I did make a few different versions. I made some with chocolate and some without. And I will say, I've never had a dessert before that I've said, no, chocolate makes this worse. So I would recommend just making this gâteau de riz with caramel. It is pure, it is perfection, and you will love it. So let's go ahead and top it with some caramel. And voila, you have homemade gâteau de riz for dessert. I know this is incredible because I've already had, again, 1.5 today. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. Let me try and get it up close. Oh, wow. Okay, and for everybody out there watching, you didn't watch me eat the previous 1.5 earlier, so I'm gonna take a bite for you. So without further ado, let's give it a taste. The texture is impeccable. I love the soft texture of the rice, the vanilla bean rice, and the sauce of that caramel. It's pure perfection. I have no other words. I will say that this dessert does take some practice, but I know you can do it. So if you have questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to help. Well, I hope you've enjoyed watching me make this recipe. I have certainly enjoyed tasting it. So until next time, remember to cook and bake fearlessly.